around for my drink already. I was having a great little chat with Matt B over in my Discord. There's a link down below. Matt is very knowledgeable on LNU. He's been drawing a lot. He's a big fan, and understandably so. We've just been chatting about the report feature that I didn't even know existed, where you can report people for intentional ramming or cheating. So if you want to have a little discuss with Matt about that. Right, how are we all? Thank you for joining. Thank you for the likes so far. Yeah, here's a challenge for you wonderful people out there in YouTube land. Can we beat 50 likes? Well, actually, we got 52 likes just before I hit close on the live stream yesterday. So, come on, smash that like button on the way into the pub. You know you'll be too drunk on LMU sim racing as you leave the pub to remember. Right, who's in there? Brino's in there. Hi, Matt and chat. Video Gamer Guy. Hello, how are you? Can I have a crown, please, Brino? Pretty please. Fighting over the XP. Apparently, if you do super chatting and stuff like that, it boosts your XP as well, apparently. No, this is literally my crown. Why did you take it? Bob! Sorry, Bob. Hello, Bob. How's freedom treating you? Hello, people, says Brino. Damn it, Brino. No consideration for others' property. Hello, Bob. And all. Hi, everyone. Right, here we go. That was my comments. I'm reading my own comments out here. That'll go down well, won't it? Oh, no. Brino, I feel a bit weird. I'm gate crashing LMU chat while on AMS2. Has the update landed for AMS2 yet? Let me check, see if it's... No, the update's not live. That's all right. Hopefully, if I can get the timing right, just as I end this stream, LMU will drop and I can get ready for the next stream later. So keep your eyes peeled on announcements for the next live stream for the release of the Aston Martins and a few other niceties as well. Right, here we go. Crikes is showing his third and still doesn't have a crown. YouTube really does hate him. Oh no. I think Bob might have had third for a second. Cool, excellent. That's what I like to hear now. I have got some servers lined up. I thought we'd do GT3s first at Imola, and then LMDH or Hypercar, wherever. Tomato again. I can never win. At Le Mans, because I haven't driven Le Mans circuit in LMU for a little while now, so I thought we'd have a crack at that. Right, let's just check the server settings. I can't read chat at the same time as setting all this up, so we're going to do 15 minutes of quali, 15 minutes of race. The server name is YouTube at Sim Racers Arms Pub GT3. You'll have a minute and a half to get into quali, a minute and a half between quali and the race itself, and all the usual settings. However, I have put it on invincibility is turned on. So if you have an off, or we have some idiots, you'll at least be able to finish your race. That's the plan. Not that you've seen. No, it's not there. I've just checked. We'll have to keep an eye on things. So I will flick backwards and forwards just to. I'm just thinking if I move that tab over there like that, and then I can just refresh it without having to go too far. There we go. I think, as usual, especially as they did 200,000 sales of AMS2. I think today we may just clog up Steam, everybody trying to download it. Right, have we got a server yet? Let's just refresh. If anybody sees it's there, there we go. Lobbies up, YouTube at Sim Racers Arms Pub GT3. There isn't any password. There isn't any password. There isn't any password. Right, full stop. So we may have complete randos in here, but we'll see how we get on. I don't know what car to go for. See, my go-to for some reason is the Ferrari. I drove the BMW the other day and that was okay. I like the Aston Martin. But I also like I haven't driven the McLaren for a while. I might go for the McLaren actually. Yeah, McLaren. Decision made. Jump in the lobby, everybody, if you've got time. Let's see if we can have some really nice racing with the regulars. Right, I need to change that because I'm wearing a blue shirt and I've got a blue light in the background, and too much blue is no good. So you need to go into there. Go into there. I'm just about to upgrade the lighting system. I think I've kind of made a decision on what I want to do. There we go. Nice bit of LMU colour there. It's a bit of contrast over the shoulder. I used to have a little back rim lights look all professional, but that stopped. It's because I kept moving everything around. That's the problem. Alright. Here we go. Ooh. I think I'm going to leave everything else. Just check the brake pressure. I normally have to run at LMU about 92 as a rough guide. Right, here we go. Where are we? Imola. We need a pit exit as well. That's what we need. Pit crew to guide us out. I'll ask Matt. He's bound to know. Matt, you know when you're exiting the garage, do you have the option to have a pit crew guiding you out so you don't run into somebody? Oh, okay. Because I had a couple of incidents where people run into me as I was coming out of the pit. So what I try and do is I try and get into as tight out the pits as I can, but not go into the fast lane. I try and keep on that like apron layer. It'd just be handy if you had a pit crew member just guiding you out if there's a car coming. Well, the problem is when you're live streaming, because you're chatting, you're reading chat, by the time you actually got into the pit box, you sometimes forget which track you've selected. So, but that's a minor issue for a poor content creator, that is. But I have seen other people crashing in the pits as well. Is there any way of getting ranking points during one of these hosted? No, okay, don't. I just wondered if you could set a level of license like you can. Not that it works in AMS2, but hopefully in the future. Right, so being guided out of your pit garage, the questioner has been asked by the sounds of it, and they're looking into it. There may already be a feature available, it just hasn't been turned on. But somebody is looking apparently, which is good to know. Crikes, I've learned this weekend that Ferrari is ass in the race. I haven't had too bad a time with the Ferrari, to be honest, in the race. But obviously it's difficult to tell who exactly you're up against and what their experience is. But the BMW at Fuji just seemed a little bit better on carrying speed through some of the corners, whereas the Ferrari I found I had to get the nose in and then kind of balance the throttle out. Well, that's why I swapped to the BMW, to be completely honest, because I was doing alright in the Ferrari. I just found the stability of the BMW a little bit, tiny bit better, but I found the BMW destroyed its front tyres quicker than the Ferrari. So you've got roughly 8.5 minutes of qualifying. And then we'll do a 15-minute race. Then we're off to Le Mans in the hypercars or LMDHs, whatever you want to call them. Right, I'm not trusting the brakes at the moment for some reason, and the braking's very good in LMU. I had a very late night last night. I was still driving at 2:30 this morning. I was testing the Ligier in AMS2, and I was testing some cars in Assetto Corsa Evo, and my word, Assetto Corsa Evo, I don't know what they've been sneakily updating, but it is a lot better performance-wise, FPS, and the way how smooth it runs. The AI were doing rather well as well. Not as good as LMU and AMS2 AI, however. And there's been lots of activity in the forums around the having to pay. I find that wording a bit of a struggle at the moment, because you don't have to pay. For the brand new 2025 Nürburgring and Nordschleife. The long and short of it is, from what I've read, many posts on the AMS2 forum, is basically the licensing only lasts for about 3 or 5 years, whatever it is, and the licensing deal came up for renewal. If they didn't renew it, they'd have to take the DLC down that's already there for the 2020 version. So basically they took the opportunity, as the new licensing deal costs quite a hefty sum, to get all the latest data and do a brand new up-to-date version of the circuit. So you can understand why they're trying to recoup some of that money that they've had to pay out. It sounds, and I don't know whether it's an actual thing that's going to happen, but you may have the next few days of the endurance pack for nothing, along with the new track. It normally lasts until Monday, Tuesday, I think, if I remember. But it just depends how fed up Renato is of some of the backlash that they've had. Rossi is absolutely flying. Right, I need to start leaning on these brakes a little bit more. Crikes is in his Porsche. Quite like the change of direction on this McLaren. Yeah, I missed that, I think. Thanks, mate. You just have to work harder at warming them up. Say that again, sorry, mate. Oh, it should. I've got invulnerability turned on. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. The only reason I put it on is just in case we get any wannabe dive bombers, and if you get taken out, at least you can rejoin the race. Especially if I'm paying for the time. Because that's what happened last week. I had damage turned on, and I got taken out in the first couple of laps, and that was the end of my race during my own lobby. Doesn't go down. It doesn't go down well. But for something like this, where it's a bit of practice and a bit of fun. Okie doke. No worries. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I sent my application in yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day? Well, literally a few minutes after that video dropped.
That time was a 1:48.20.
Hello, little glitch there. Whoa, right, I'll catch up with chat in a moment. Concentration levels are a little bit higher in LMU because mainly during a bit of understeer like that, I just have to concentrate on the feeling that I'm getting back through the force feedback. Well, I'm trusting the brakes a little bit more now. That's why my lap time is doing a bit better. Oh, hello. Classic commentator's curse there. Too much curb there really upsets the car into the braking zone, so gotta stop doing that. Crikes is getting closer to Rossi. Let's see if we can close that gap a little bit more.
Lap 1:47.17.
Yep, that's what you get when you're pushing too hard and climbing curbs. Let's move out of the way of this car. 2.3, so roughly 2 seconds behind Crikes. Kev Out, hello. Finally, I hosted in LMU. My pleasure, Kev Out. Are you joining us? Are you in there? I can't see your name on my list at the moment. You're more than welcome to join. Everybody's welcome. All we ask for, I mean, I've turned damage off because it's an open lobby, so at least you can get back on with your race if you do have an incident. Kind of what we do in AMS2. You're more than welcome to join. We like to have kind of fun racing at the Sim Racers Arms, but if you're at the front of the pack, and you're with the regular fast boys, you will enjoy some really close fast racing. And what I'm aiming for, oh, hello, what was that? Oh, I've got no... What is damage on? I've just said there's no damage, and I'm getting damage. Let's go back to the pits. That's really weird. Let me just check the server. Hang on a minute, hang on a minute, hang on a minute. Oh, where's it gone? Invulnerability checked, but we're getting damage. Just as a note, Matt, I've definitely got invulnerability checked, but I've just got damage when I went off. Yeah. Because you said yours reported damage as well, didn't you? Okay, let me get. I'll do it on a direct message in Discord. Yeah, I read something about one of those the other day. Okay, I've just sent it. Thanks for your help with all this, Matt, by the way. Right. Return to garage. Okay. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Crikes, I think I can do a 44.4 on a good lap. I think you probably could. At least I'm holding third at the moment. So I do we think a minute and a half between transition is too long, or is it about right? Let me know. We can always drop it to just 1 minute if we want to speed things up a little bit. I invalidating my last lap in turn 4 and was 5/10 up at the end of the lap. R.I.P. Did me turbo. Thank you, Video Gamer Guy. Thank you for giving all the info. Appreciate that. You're right, Matt. That's all right. Better put new tyres on. Are they going to, for these kind of lobbies, is it going to be like a way of defaulting to brand new tyres ready for the race if you got plenty? I don't know. I mean, I quite enjoy it in the dailies when you realise the cars around you have forgot to put new tyres on. That's quite entertaining. But that's just me being evil, I suppose. Okie doke. Yeah, it's a good habit to get into, actually, to check what tyres you've got on.
Formation lap has started.
Yeah. We best concentrate. Right. Yeah. Right, I'm with you. Yeah. Right, my frame rate's just tanked for some reason. It doesn't normally when I'm doing this. It might be because we're all together on the grid. Right. Have fun. Something weird's happening. Something very weird is happening. Even my force feedback's acting strange now. Right, let me just pull over and let everybody go. Right, now it's settled back down again now. And the force feedback's acting okay. Right, okay. That was very odd. It never did that last week. Right, let's try this again. Cheers, Matt.
You can't park there, Dave.
Yeah, I'm back to back to normal. I'm just getting the odd little glitch, but really weird when all that frame rate was like through the floor. It was like it was interfering with the force feedback as well. I mean, very strange. Never had it last week, and I stayed up till about 3 o'clock this morning testing LMU, Assetto Corsa Evo and AMS2, both versions, and I never had one frame rate drop. It's very strange. And again, I just had, you know when you get a visual stutter, I get a force feedback stutter. So imagine a visual stutter happening in your force feedback. You shut up about that. I can't afford it. I have been in touch with Martin at Race Anywhere about the testing the Sim Magic Evo, the new one. Well, he hasn't got back to me yet. Oh, hello, somebody's having a big off. Oh, there's carnage. Yeah. Yeah. It is a thing. No. Well, I was trying to work out a way of doing that and recording or streaming my stint and advertising that feature. So I'll have to have a think and get my head around it.
Time 1:51.79.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Okay. Oh, is that who it is? Yeah. Oh, hello. I was doing ever so well until I wasn't. I had to back out after the first chicane while my frame rate was really bad and let everybody come past. There's no way I was going into battles with people with frame rate like that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on 6 at the moment. It's just right at the moment. Yeah. Oh, you know, the YouTube gave me a backhanded compliment. I finally got that finalised and sorted, so it's going to take me a couple of weeks to put something together. I've kind of got a bit of a script put together, something a little bit entertaining and not overly serious. But if I can just get the footage I need and I've got all the screenshots of messages and stuff like that, so I kind of compile quite a bit of the stuff I need. I've just got to get the time to put it all into the video editor now. Where was he last seen? Oh, I've seen him in a Mercedes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I've been doing it for like 30 years, Photoshop, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of chat of me, so I've got to catch up. Speak to in a bit. Right, having a little natter with Matt B in Discord about various things.
You can't park there, Dave.
So I'll catch up with chat now if I can. Hello, Badder. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us, by the way. Are you joining the racing? We're going to do at least one more race, maybe two, just see how time goes. Can I join the? You certainly can. We're going to do the hypercar / LMDH at Le Mans next, and we got 6 minutes of this race. There won't be any password. It will be an open lobby. I have turned damage off, but it's not working for some reason, so you just need to be careful. I was hoping that we could avoid any carnage. Sorry, if there was any carnage, or if you had a bit of a moment, you could at least rejoin, but for some reason it's not activated correctly in the game itself. It's in the server settings. So we'll see if we can get that sorted for next week. This is going to be a regular thing, by the way. Wednesday is going to be reserved for live streaming LMU predominantly, and whenever we get a big update for like a set of course at Evo or Project Motor Racing, and we'll keep our usual Tuesday live streams for AMS2. Right, let's see if we can gain on the next car ahead. We qualified in third, but I had the most horrendous frame rate slowdown. So I pulled out the way after we got through this section on the first lap. And now I'm trying to wiggle my way back through the pack. Well, we've got some seriously quick people ahead of us. Rossi and Croix were rapid for qualifying, and I know Matt and S. Dillon have been driving LMU a hell of a lot together lately, so they're very experienced, and it's showing in this race. However, I want to get the hammer down with to steal a phrase. Oh, scruffy through there, that was useless. With 4.5 minutes left. Well, that's the whole point of the Sim Racers Arms, to be honest, Badder, is get involved, respect people around you. The best way to approach it is have really good awareness. If you know you're slower than the people around you, and then the really fast boys will gain the if you're not very well practiced on a certain track, or you're new to a certain type of sim racing tile, the best thing you can do is have amazing awareness when you're driving, and you will get more respect from fast drivers for having good awareness than for being like an average racer and having issues. And they'll remember your name. Too much curb. So much for gaining on the car ahead. Oh, it's alright, I very rarely drive this McLaren, and although the turning is very similar to the Ferrari on the nose, the actual overall balance of the car is just enough different to the Ferrari to make a bit of a change when you're driving it for the first time in a long time. So we're back on for a quicker lap. Also, reading chat doesn't help sometimes, as you can imagine. Braking is incredible in the GT3s in LMU. It's somewhat similar to Assetto Corsa Evo. The braking in that surprises you how late you can leave it and how hard you can brake. Had to pedal the throttle through there. Is there a name for the lobby? Yeah, if you scroll up, somebody, Video Gamer Guy in the chat has put the lobby name in there for you to look out for. But you'll see on the live stream when I go live, I'll show it on screen. I'm not going to hide it from you. There's no password either. Come on, Matt. I need to be smoother. So we're nearly 3/10 closer to the car in front, but we're not gaining anywhere near quick enough for the end of the race. Double shift there. What's that all about, Matt? It's a real shame we didn't get off to a... Oh, well done for holding your brakes. Butchamino, thank you for holding your brakes. Really good experience driving there. And I think that's what we all need to do now. I think across all sim tiles, we all need to agree that instead of ranting and effing and blinding at each other, we need to kind of have a diplomatic word in people's ear and say, look, when you have a spin, the real life and the done thing is to hold the brakes until it's safe to move. Look at your map and then rejoin. I mean, could maybe do with the map a little bit bigger.
7.69.
We've got a few people in the pits. I don't like to see that either, not on our lobbies, but like I say, I thought we got damage turned off, but for some reason it's still active. Oh, what's with the wide line? I mean, it can work sometimes, but it did a little bit there. It gave us a bit of momentum up the hill. We've got yellow flags. Oh, Estillen's had an issue. I have noticed that when the tyres get to around that 95% mark, you do pick up on a very subtle change in the grip available. Timmy Turbo, afternoon, Matt and gents. Hello, Timmy Turbo, how are you? I never expected that when I come around the corner to see that many cars ahead of me. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and join us at the Sim Racers Arms, and across the line we go. If you don't want to lose, if you're doing daily races or championship races, the best advice I can give you is at the end of a race, just keep going at race pace. So nobody can accidentally collide with you, or just below race pace I should say, because you don't want to have an off either, because offs... No worries, thank you very much, Matt. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cheers, Matt. I've sent you that screenshot as well. Cheers, Matt. Right. There we go. Oh, what did we think of that, gang? Peter, hello, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry I passed out and I've just woke up. Peter, you're allowed. Well, when you say passed out, there's a bit of concern in me there. Do you mean you've just had a bit of a nap? Right. Ooh, the Aston is a bullet in a straight line. I was losing distance in the slipstream. Okay. Can you just press escape once the race ends and it'll take you back to the pit instantly? I can't remember. I tend to just keep going. JJ, first time in LMU. Excellent. Welcome along. It's great to hear that you've joined. Right. I have no idea what went on with my internet connection and everything, but there was a few incidents by all accounts. Shall we see if we can find a couple of incidents? Start the race. Right, we'll watch the replay and I'll get the next server up and running, and I'll have a quick catch up with chat as well, because that's Kev out. Please be careful, it's not Automobilista 2. Well, the other problem is like I just said, we should have invincibility There's me on the left trying desperately to get out of the way because my frame rate had just tanked completely. They're beefing in chat, are they? Just somebody do me a huge favour if you can type into chat that this lobby is on live on YouTube, and let's just be nice to each other. Matt said, please be good and nice to each other. Right. So Estelin and DuPont got into each other towards the end of that race. Let's see if we can find where the incident happened and see what they're ranting about. Does somebody quit? Was it before that or after that? I can't. It's right. I can't see over my steering wheel. Hello. Been booted from that. We'll look at that another time. Right. We will start the next lobby. Skeets, I am trying to join, but it only lets me spectate. Yeah, because the race has come to an end. Let me do the next lobby. It doesn't take too long to get in there. Right, what's the next one? The next one is YouTube at Sim Racers Arms Pub LMDH. Let's just start that one, get that one kicked off. Double check. 15 minutes quali, 15 minutes of race. Minute and a half in between each transition. We've got short formation lap. Do you want tyre warmers on this time? See what kind of difference it makes. Means we're at Le Mans. Let's have a look. Where's the other one? Tyre warmers on. Make sure the driver assists are all correct. Invulnerability. I don't know why I'm struggling to say that all of a sudden. Is on. Save. Request the server. Let's come out of there. Go back in. Get the refresh. Sometimes you have to go out and come back in again. Dum 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 dum. Oh, might take a minute or so. Let's check that I've. It's still pending. So how are we all? Are we excited? Server closed. Yeah, no worries, Craig, because you only get so long after the race before it shuts it down on the server. So I jumped into a couple of live streams last night just to see how they were getting on in Le Mans Ultimate, and yeah, there we go. Lobbies up. YouTube at Sim Racers Arms Pub LMDH. There you go. It's up and running. Thank you, Kev. Please, guys, be careful. It's not Automobilista 2. Just leave it at be careful. We've had some amazing racing in Automobilista 2 over the last few weeks. If you can qualify at the front of the, like in the top 8 at the in our lobbies, you will have a really good race. Other than that, join from the back and practice your hone your reflexes at the back. Oh, Peter's joined. Hi, Peter. What? Peter is still wiping the sleep out of his eyes from his little nap. Just shout hi, Peter, when you come back in, so I know you're back. Right, let's join. Ah, what car do we go for? Oh, excuse me. The reason I'm hovering. No, I am. I'm going to go with that because we're going to be driving it later in AMS2, so we'll have a good comparison. Let's just do a refresh, see if the Updates arrived. No update for AMS2 yet, so we haven't got to worry about that. Skeets, it only lets you spectate. Really? Oh, you've got in. Excellent. I was going to say, there's nothing like set. There's no ranking set on the server side, so you should be able to get in no problem. Ada's going to join. Yeah, whilst we're all getting used to it and getting used to racing with each other in LMU, let's have some quick races, but just allow a few extra like inches around each other. Oh, a few people have gone with the Aston Martin. I know Crikes was going to go for the Aston Martin because he's in love. Crikes and the Valkyrie sitting in a tree. Kissing. I'm such a child. You'll get used to it. Right. Let's see what the beast has got in store for us today. My understanding is, and I think I've got it right, the Valkyrie hasn't got any hybrid system, has it? It's just literally the V12. So why do you have to roll forward in gear before the engine starts up? Have I got that right? Right, let's be careful out there on the outlap. She's angry. Horrendously cold tyres. I put the tyre warmers on, didn't I? I'm confused. What is going on in the... Oh, hello. It's got a hybrid system to start the car, but... Oh, okay. But it's not the same system as the other one. Oh, I misunderstood when I read it. Thank you, Video Gamer God. I can't even remember where I read that. It'd be interesting to see what my frame rate does at the start of the race. Skeets, the car won't come out of neutral. You need to check your bindings. You can do it while you're in. You don't have to come out back to the main screen. You can do it from inside the lobby, if I remember. Thank you so much for all the likes, everybody. You are very, very generous indeed. Oh, hello. I snatched second gear and it caused the rear end to lock up. Oh dear, that'll teach me for being up all night listing games. Mason, hello, welcome along. Thank you so much for subscribing. You're very welcome. Oh, we've got a massive lock-up and a crash. A two-car pile-up. Now, I have driven all of the new cars in AMS2 in the closed beta. And my favourite so far is either the Aston Martin GTE or the GT3. The Ligier is a very entertaining car. I think we'll have some fun racing in that one. It's kind of it's kind of a step up from a GT4 car. It's like a mini endurance car, and effectively that's what they've used it for over the last 6 years. Think of it as Formula 2, Formula 3 to endurance racing in Europe. And it looks like a miniature Lister Storm. It's got 350 brake horsepower from its V6 engine, and the balance of the car is quite interesting as well. And then obviously we've got the Alpine A110 in the GT4, which is probably going to be, unless they tweak the balance of power compared to the others, at the moment it's likely to be the quickest car in the GT4s. Anyway, that's enough of AMS2 talk until later when we do the live stream. If we get to do the live stream, if the content drops in time. LMU got a hot fix, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and another one this morning. I think they've altered the bot for some of the GT3s, I think. I did read the release, but memory's a bit of a bit of a what? That's talking, thinking and reading chat at the same time. Memory's not very clear on what I read now, because it was about 2 o'clock in the morning when I read one of the articles, and then it was first thing this morning when I read the other. Peter, you in champ race with Slipstream tonight, Matt? No, the championship doesn't start till next week, I think. The Wednesday championship. I think a few people are having a little rest because the last championship was quite a grueling schedule, and I think a few people are having holidays as well, but I'll have to double check. I don't think they might have a fun night tonight, but I was going to do AMS2 live stream when the update drops, which could literally be any time between now and 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, if it goes ahead. There's nothing suggesting that they won't drop it today. I haven't seen any major issues. I haven't got a clue what's going on. This is insane. Ask me a question, Skeets. What do you want to know? What do you want to do? What are you having issues with? Oh, I forgot there's a 7th gear. I was too busy enjoying the sound of the screaming V12. Oh, didn't need the lock up there, Matt. Oh, interestingly, somebody's on mediums. Andy, hello! Oh. You seem much happier with this game than AMS2. That's a really hard question to answer. How can I explain it? AMS2 has provided me with well over 4,500 hours of pure entertainment. It's helped me build my YouTube channel to where it is today, and build the fantastic community that we've got. LMU has been a kind of very bumpy road. We were doing live streams on a Wednesday up until January this year, and then I really fell out with LMU because of the issues I was having, and the daily races were just a nightmare. And then if you look back at a couple of the live streams, and look at Discord, I've been really unhappy with the quality of the racing in the daily races. Very, 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 very frustrating time. If you're referring to the live stream from last night in AMS2, I've had the weirdest frame rate issues and bugs that I've never had in 2.5 years of live streaming. So I stayed up until 3 o'clock this morning testing this Assetto Corsa Evo Tomato, and the public version of AMS2 and the beta, and I never had any of those problems. So what happened on the live stream yesterday regarding frame rate issues and rubber banding and stuff like that was just a weird thing that happened. But there's so, I mean, if you go back to the first ever live stream where we looked at LMU for the very first time when it dropped, you'll hear me say it's got so much potential. He really wants this on the qualifying lap. I forgot we weren't in a race for a minute. He's got a bit of side draft. This is going to be a brave move, isn't it? Okay. Is that Craigs? No, it's not. Oh, we like practicing our reflexes. Uh-oh, we got the wrong line through there. Why did we follow him? Why would I follow another car through a line, through a series of corners? Never ever do that, people. Always do your own race. Don't follow other people's lines, because they might not survive the next one like that. Oh, we were up. I give up now. Because I knew he was going to do something really strange. Oh, it's a good job I got a sense of humour.
Time 3:40.2.
Going back to being happy with this game, or sim title I should say, or can we call it a game? It's still a game. They're all still games. I mean, this is really I mean, I'm not joking. This is really bugging me. The fact that I'm racing against two weird Porsche. This is a leftover refresh from RF2, and it in a supposedly rebuilt game in this day and age. Why have we still got problems delivering cars that are supposed to look like the cars? So there's little things like that that are still bugging me in Le Mans Ultimate. And as it's now currently seen as the premium sim title, thank you for the contact. Stay on your brakes until you're free. Oh, damage, look at that. Damage the front suspension. It's all over. As being touted by pretty much every man and his dog as the premium sim title to be driving at the moment, there's too many little things in there for this to be a proper version 1. So I don't know whether that's answered your question, Andy. It was very long, very long. It took nearly 4 laps of Le Mans to answer that question. Oh dear, and we're on race number 2. I can't even press a button there. Thank you for joining the stream, everybody. Welcome along. Thank you so much for all the likes. We are in Le Mans Ultimate. We had a lengthy break from Le Mans Ultimate. The last time we drove it during a live stream was all the way back in January. And then last Wednesday, we started live streaming it again, just before the version 1 update. And I've had my frustrations with it, to say the least. Peter, I'll chat with you later. Yeah, that's fine, Peter. In between this and the next one, the next live stream, we'll have a little natter. I'll have a bit of time. I was really busy earlier doing the thumbnails for everything, and then I had to dash out and get something done. So sorry I couldn't chat earlier, Peter. I am over in Discord voice chat, in the LMU voice chat, on my Discord, link down below. Matt, hello, how are you, Matt? Hampus, hello. Am I stupid for still not having LM? No, Hampus, you're not stupid. However, with the next few updates that are coming over the next few weeks, that may change. I think for somebody like you, Hampus, who is kind of on the same par as Craig's and Matt's, I think you will enjoy this, but you will have to spend time setting it up, Hampus, for your wheelbase and your rig. And there's a few little kind of, a bit like every sim out there. This is not purposely aimed at Le Mans Ultimate. There's a few little things that might just aggravate you at the moment. Is it a true version 1? I think they went a bit early with that. I think there's still a few outstanding issues that maybe should have been sorted before it got called a version 1. But it's very close to a version 1. John, hello, how are you? Good afternoon to you. How are you? Are you joining us, John? The traffic. I can't get a clean lap. Crikes, I haven't seen on the server setup whether you can have private quali. I've had private quali in daily races, but I can't see at the moment any option for a private quali. So how they're doing it for the daily races, I don't know. You can have a fixed setup. Oh, you can. I found it. Oh, look at that. I'll change it for next week. Craig, sorry. Maybe have a. You see, there's no point me making the quali shorter because I get charged the same amount of credits. Hampers, is it worth getting all DLCs? I reckon. Oh, see, this is the problem. I know where that question's come from, Hampers. If you can afford it, Hampus, and it's not going to affect any of paying your bills and stuff like that, I will get the most you can afford. Whatever you can afford, get that. Because this game will become, over the next months, something that you will enjoy. Again, it's one of those. It depends on your setup. If you've got a wheelbase that's below 8 Newton meters or below, you on certain wheelbases you may struggle to find the last bit of detail in the tyre model as it currently stands. I struggle when I go into understeer particularly. It's just like the tyres gone onto a piece of buttered tarmac, buttered road surface, and it goes very smooth. I want to be able to control the detail that I feel during a slide. I think that should be available. Whether it's realistic or not is beside the point. As a sim racer, when all you've got is a wheel to give you that information, I want to be able to control that finer detail. Nearly missing the start of the race. Oh, quickly. Oh, we nearly missed it. First time in front of Matt. Well done, Ken. Right. Allow a bit of extra space around each other. We're still getting used to driving LMU together as a community. And we do have a handful of new faces in here as well. So the short answer, Hampus, is if you can afford it, just buy it. It's simple as that. If you can afford it, just buy it. Right, frame rate is doing alright at the moment. Not like the first race where he literally fell off a cliff. Right, can we all be extra careful on the first lap, please? Respect each other's line on the track for the first lap. If you're side by side going into a corner, most corners on Le Mans, there's enough space for side by side driving for the first lap, and then kind of get yourself settled into the race after that. We have got a 15-minute race, so we've got plenty of time. There's no need shoving each other out of the way or using shoulder barge techniques. Damage is on. I've tried to turn it off, but damage is on. So just respect each other's personal space on the track, please. Oh no, Crikes forgot his tyre. I just about did it, Crikes, with about 4 seconds to spare. I was too busy reading chat and answering Hampus about... Yeah, the best thing is, whenever you get a chance, Hampus... sorry, Crikes, tell Hampus whether he should have this sim title in his library or not. Oh, I missed the start. The Steam sale for racing games is continuing until the 4th of August, I believe. I might be wrong. And there's some real bargains to be had, including AMS2. All its DLC. Had to have a little lift there. Hold tyres, everybody. Hold tyres. Whee! Oh, a bit wide. Got away with it. Crikes is off like a stabbed rabbit. Lutenberg is chasing him. I can't. Why have I got a gap between 1 and 5th? Not a problem. Careful on the braking zone. These cars don't have ABS. Hello. Oh, a bit wide. Oh, I got a tiny flat spot. Yeah, potentially. Let's kind of hope so in a very nasty and spiteful manner. Hello.
But you can't park there, Dave.
You're stuck in reverse. You may have to do a validation on your install and then rebind your controllers. I've never heard of that personally. Somebody's rear-ending me. And again. Really, that is not an overtaking opportunity there, and I give you loads of space as well. Interesting. I am faster. I am coming through, regardless of what part of the track I'm on. Yeah, that happens in real life. Hello, that was all me. Every bit of that was me. I got that much curb. I knew there was a car there.
That time was a 50.15.
You was almost happy. I wonder if I got wing damage as well on the rear, because the back end did feel a little bit sketchy on the way into that chicane. So during slides, I really struggle with feel in LMU. The rest of the time, it all feels really nice. Plenty of detail in the curbs and the bumps and the lumps. But then, if I get a bit of understeer like there, can't feel a thing other than the gyro force. Welcome to stream, everybody. If you haven't already, please consider smashing that like button. It's much easier to do it on the way into the Sim Racers arms, because on the way out you may be so drunk on sim racing you might forget to hit that like button. Woo! Alright, settling. What did you get DQ'd for? Now, I watch quite a bit of onboard and they take that chicane in third. I haven't quite got the confidence to do that. Maybe I use third to help slow it, second to slow it down, then back up to third and use the torque of the V12 to get it through the actual corner. Thinking out loud. John, Beam have a sale on. I managed to get a set of Corsa Competizione R-Factor 2 for about 15 quid all in. Yeah, absolute bargain time to be grabbing stuff like that. Even some of the other stuff, you need to look at the reviews for it, because one of the drift titles I was looking at, and when I looked at the reviews, it got pretty good reviews. Mega understand. Are we gaining on 8th place? Omelette. Oh, not much confidence through Porsche curves in the Valkyrie at the moment. Come on. Whoa, sketch. It's third gear through there, Matt. Oh, the rhythm went. Sacked again. Sack this driver, he's useless. Get another one from the front of the queue, please. They're 10 a penny, these drivers. I think that was the conversation they had in Formula 1 at the start of the year with Behrman and Tsunoda. More speed to be had through there, not there. That was commentator's curse if ever I saw one.
You can't park there, Dave.
Not that one, that one. Sakuga, hello. How are you? But even the sale LMU price is still much. Yeah, it's because it's still brand new. They were never going to reduce it massively. Especially as they literally just announced version 1. Oh! We've got a freebie. Oh, no, we haven't. Omlida's got past Butchamino. I'm being so cautious under braking for some reason. Yeehaw! I'm updating motor software to see if that's the issue. I've none of these in sync. At the end of the race, have a quick chat with Crikes, because he's on the same wheelbase as you. I think, I might be wrong. That final phase of braking, I just can't get the hang of in this. Sakuga, when will the AMS2 update drop? It's supposed to be today at some point, and it literally could be any time between now and like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It's occasionally dropped on a Thursday when we've been live streaming, and it's been around the 7 PM UK time, but whether that'll happen today, I don't know. What was that? That was awful. We've got the real Jim Clark in first place, reincarnated. Love Jim Clark, what a driver he was. Absolute. I mean, before my time, but the stories my father used to tell me and the biographies I've read and films I've watched about him or videos. What an absolute legendary driver, Jim Clark. So, like, immensely talented on four wheels. He could go in one weekend from driving a Ford Cortina in the touring cars to jumping in the Formula 2 or Formula 1 cars. And win everything. And then, of course, he started off in rallying as well. What an absolute genius behind the wheel. Absolutely in awe of the man now. Me and the wife did a trip to Scotland a couple of years ago, and on the way home, drove about 2.5 hours in the wrong direction just so I could go to the Jim Clark Museum. And my wife is wonderfully supportive and thought it was a brilliant idea. So, no, what an absolute legend. Love all of that era, all the drivers from that era. Well, Omlid has dropped back. He must have had an incident, and we're gaining on them. I wonder if they've been battling and nudging and fighting each other, because they're properly in sight now. Please slow down. What have we got left? We might just about have enough power or fuel. Yep, what did I say? I could feel the tyres go. Check the tyres and we're at 94, 95. The second you get to there, you feel that drop off the next stage in the tyre. I think it's a little bit harsh, but maybe that's what they're like in real life. They get to that stage and go, yep, you've lost a bit of grip. Rafa, how are you? I'm trying to blow up the V12 engine at the moment. Yeah, this Valkyrie is a little bit twitchier over some of the curves than some of the other cars I've tried. But it's still a lot of fun. I took a gamble with the medium tyres because most of the grid are on the softs. I don't know whether it's paid off or not because the boys ahead of us are on the same. We're about to find out. Thank you so much for all the likes, everybody. If you haven't hit the like button already, please consider doing so. It really does help tell the algorithm to share this out to other people who have the same interests as you. And it costs nothing other than about half a calorie to move your finger on the mouse. Oh, pushing my luck. Massive four-wheel drift going through there. Oh, we were gaining there. They've pulled away again. By the way, anybody who's just joining LMU or is struggling to get used to it, LMU absolutely punishes you in pretty much every car if you overdrive it. The knack with LMU is to drive somewhere around the 95% mark, and all of the cars kind of reward you. You can push it a little bit more, but you tend to start destroying your tyres, and that's just from my limited experience in LMU. Can barely see them now. I think what I need to do is change my pedal setup as well for the brake pedal. I think I need a tiny bit more pro on the pedal for some of these cars. Well, we're 1.3 seconds quicker than our previous fastest lap, but we're not catching the boys in front. I was hoping they were really going to start battling into each other and slowing each other down. Whoa, back end wanting to go. Nibbly! Hi Lord Matt and all in chat. What time are you racing till? We're probably going to go one more race and then have a little break, and then hopefully if the AMS2 update drops in time, then I'll do another live stream, but I need to test the update first before I go live, because last thing I want to do is get all of you guys on board and then have mega issues with it. I don't suspect there's going to be an issue. I did a test last night very, very late into the early hours on both the public and the beta. So I'm not anticipating any issues, to be honest. But you know what my luck's been like live streaming over the last few months, especially last night in AMS2. Never known it's so bad performance wise. How you doing, Nibbly? Are you joining us in our LMU, are you? I've got no confidence through here. Oh, and that's why. We've got yellow flags. Oh, have we got a freebie? Oh, we have. Was that a yellow Ferrari? Was that Charlesworth, was it? Oh, we were gaining on the boys in front as well. Oh, hello. Oh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Is that another freebie? Or is that a back marker? Woo! Well, I enjoyed that one. Or with my fat hands, about 2 calories. Pizza. Well, according to my, according to the nurse at the doctor's this morning, I think she was lying. I think she was just making it up. But she reckons I've lost half a stone in 6 weeks. Now I have been trying to be good, but not. I can't believe for a million days or years that I've lost half a stone. But you never know. I mean, it's good if I've lost any. It's good. Oh dear, there'll be nothing left of me soon. Yeah, I've got a feeling, Rafa, that the AMS2, when it does drop, I think we may get a few days of free access to the latest stuff. We might get till like Monday or Tuesday with it being free. Rafa, whereabouts are you again? Are you in... I forgot where you are. Are you Brazil or... I forgot where you are in the world. Which country, Rafa? Hope to join, about to leave work. Good stuff. Dear. Coffee my guts up. Right, let me just quickly check something. Right, we'll watch a bit of replay. Maybe. Until the server kicks us out. And whilst that's running, I will set up the next one. Crix. How much is stone? I guess it depends on the stone. Yes, I'm first. What was it? I think 2 or 3 kilos. Brazil. Okay, Rafa, I thought it was. Medium might have been better in the race. The surface of the soft was getting very hot in the Porsche curves. To be honest, Crix, the mediums weren't that much better through there. I was proper twitchy going through there. Right, let me move chat over there so I can see it, and let's go up to the server. You'll have to bear with me because I never got the third race set up. So let me get the next race set up. We're going to go GT3s. Again. And yes, I'm going to be boring. We're going to go to a track that I prefer. Shall we do Spa? Because I'm selfish like that. GT3s, and then we go add a session, and we go qualifying, add a session, add a race, and we go 15 minutes again. The sounds are really nice in LMU. Wait time of what's time? Yeah, we can squeeze another minute. We'll go slightly shorter wait time in between. There we go, it's going to kick us now. There you go. Booted. Right. No. We want to go... Just takes slightly longer to set up. than AMS2, and that's because AMS2 carries across a lot of your settings and then you just tweak the car and track, whereas in this you have to set the weather slots up and stuff like that, and the track temp the air temperature. Right, settings. I'm not going fixed setup, we're going for 20 drivers, short formation lap. We'll do private qualifying, realistic weather, tyre warmers are on, damage multiplier off. What was the invincibility tab all about then? Track limits standard, driver assist, auto shift off. Driving line off, stability control off, invulnerability. Normal tyres, let's go back and set the race setting up. Bear with me everybody. 15 minutes, 1 minute wait, time of day. We're going to have an early morning start. It may be a little bit dark, but we'll accelerate the time. We're going to have partial cloud there, clear, light clouds, overcast as it gets brighter, and then we'll go back to clear for the last segment. I'll have a warmish air temperature. 20 short, normal, off. All them are right. Okay. We're gonna go for YouTube at Sim Racers Arms Pub 2 GT3. We'll save that. Come back and then we shall request it. Right, give it a moment or two. Right, catch up with chat. Spar is never a bad idea. Thank you, Crikes. Skeets, I'm trying to launch the game from Moses Software, see if it fixes it. Maybe. Kino, hello, how are you? Damn, does this mean I need to buy this game? Kino, regardless of what I'm doing, all I will say is, if you can afford it and you don't have to think about affording it, just get it. And get as much as you can afford without thinking about it. If you think it's going to make you do without a couple of McDonald's next week or a couple of coffees from one of the famous coffee places, then maybe hold back. But if you can afford it, it's pretty much a no-brainer. You will have to tweak things. You will have to spend time setting up wheelbases, as you do with all other sims in the world. Right, according to that, the server's up, everybody. Let's go back in. Sometimes it takes a little time to refresh, just like all of the others that we do. Oops. There we go. There it is, YouTube, Sim Racers Arms, Pub 2 GT3. Got 2 people in there already. Jump on board. Let's go do some racing. Yeah, that's the only thing I can say, Kino. If you're not worried about that amount of money it's going to cost you, just get it. Because the frustrations that I have with it, that are quite big in the scale of things, but are not limited to LNU. You get them in other sim titles as well. But within a few months, it'll have proved itself worthwhile. Right, I'm going to go Aston Martin because I have not driven this since its release. I'm going to regret it through Eau Rouge. I know I am. Yeah, if anybody accidentally gets damage, can you let me know if the damage actually sticks to the car? Because you may have to set 2 settings to get the damage to be turned off. Up. Here we go. Car setup. Right, we have got 12 minutes, 40 seconds, 39 seconds of qualifying left. Jump on board. Oh my word, I do apologise. Yeah, the last thing I did in the early hours of this morning was test AMS2 beta. And that was at 2:30 this morning. And then I was back up at 8:30 before 8:30 this morning because I had an appointment to keep. Right, where did we get? Skeets. Hi chat, what track would you like to see in WEC next? You pick the ISO tar. Well, there goes my top one. Skeets. Can we do Bahrain? No, I'm allergic to that track at Bahrain. It makes me come out in such a violent rash. Specifically one corner in Bahrain makes me come out in such a violent rash. I have to like quit the game. Can you expand the grid to over 20? I can, but it costs me more credits. And I will do as we start building up a regular community. Is it private quali, by the way? Has it worked? You don't know which car to pick. It looks from the track map that it is private qualifying, so... default setups. They're kind of a bit like every other sim racing title. They're a little bit understeery in default setup. And that tends to be a theme that I think it's for safety and the neutral handling side of things. But there's you can select a couple of presets. You can either select the LNU setups or the Coach Dave setups, and they're free to use. Some of them can be a little bit aggressive. Hampers, it's all down to your driving style, isn't it? You know what it's like. You go on to borrow somebody else's setups from somewhere and you find out that you can't drive it because they've absolutely tailored a setup to their driving style. I did put tyre warmers on. Oh, they're not far off. They feel very cold at the moment, but it's probably me driving around like a very old person, which I am. Has allowed them to cool somewhat too much. Has anybody tested the damage, whether it's on or off yet? Let me know in chat as soon as you can. I want to know if I've fixed it myself. The new Lexus feels broken. Yeah, you might have to spend time, Skeets, tweaking your force feedback specifically to your wheelbase. Crikes, what would have you got the same wheelbase as Skeets? Is there any setups advice that you can give? Because I'm not on the Moser. ecosystem, so I can't really give you too much advice about it. And I know the Moser with a similar Newton meter as mine doesn't feel the same. Yeah, I'm struggling with the Aston Martin at the moment. Mason, good news, damage is off. Excellent. I wonder why they've got two places where you can set. Basically, there's a little checkbox called invulnerability. So you check that thinking you're turning off. You're making yourself indestructible. But then there's a drop-down list with the damage scalers. So I set that to off and check that other one. Now, understandably, this Aston Martin drives nothing like the McLaren that I've just driven and the Ferrari I've been driving for weeks. It may just be me as well, but I think with the update that they did late yesterday and this morning for LMU, I know they changed the bop on some of the cars. But I did very quickly try the Mercedes AMG this morning. That felt different. It weren't quite as understeery as it was on launch. So whether they've tweaked something there as well or not, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it. Maybe it was just me. Maybe placebo's got in the way of my brain again. But you never can tell. Thank you so much for all the likes, everybody. You are very, very generous. Thank you for taking the time to help each other out. It's very difficult to help, for me, to, like I said, to help Skeets when I'm not running the same base unit and software. So I can't really tell him what's changed because I'm not familiar with the Moser pit house at all. I know it exists and I know the wheelbases feel slightly different to the Fanatec.
Time 2:29.68.
As a... Oh, what the heck? Sacked again. As a very, very general loose guide, Skeets, I tend to have the driver software turned down 5% or thereabouts, and then tweak the in-game force feedback to suit how I want it to feel. That way you're guaranteeing that you're not going to overdo the force feedback and get flat areas in the force feedback. Okay. This is a little bit, for me and my driving style, a little bit like the Mercedes in the fact that you have to brake a lot longer and deeper into the corner than the McLaren and the Ferrari. Push understeer again. It's probably something to do with the diff as well, I think. Maybe want to open the diff up a little bit in this car for my driving style. Just so you don't get on the throttle and get that understeer. Or you can just adapt your driving style and be patient before you mash the throttle through the floor. Of course, the Aston Martins have got nice shag pile carpeting, even the GT3. Kind of like the Bentley GT3. When are we going to see Bentley GT3s in some of these sim titles? I used to love driving the Bentley GT3 in the in ACC. Oh, twitchy underbraking. We were 1.2 seconds up, everybody, and then I've just thrown it all away. Luckily we didn't hit anything. We're going to get a slow next lap. Might just about get another lap in. Welcome to stream, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Smash the like on the way in. It's early opening hours here at the Sim Racers Arms. The complimentary crisps and dry roasted peanuts haven't quite made it onto the bar yet. I will have a word with the staff. And we won't keep the bowls of the complimentary snacks anywhere near the toilet end of the bar, for very obvious reasons. And if you do happen to go to the toilet, please wash your hands before you dip your fingers in the dry roasted peanuts. I think we've got I think we've got prawn cocktail on the bar today. We did try something different yesterday during the live stream. We tried some smoky barbecue crisps. Unfortunately, the landlord enjoyed them that much. The bowls emptied quicker than the patrons could get their fingers on them. So we've gone back to prawn cocktail for now. Why are you talking rubbish? Did I enjoy it? There's the time we were missing. We just need to carry it all the way to the end of this lap. And considering we had an awful start to the lap, we're not doing too bad. Come on, a bit more. Give me a bit more. Come on. In fact, we need a lot more. I've just looked at the times on the board. Right, come on, clean exit.
Time 2:26.02.
A bit late on the brakes. It still worked. Got another second already. Mr. Watton's in the house. How are you, Mr. Watton? How are you in that lovely Mini of yours? Have you still got it? I haven't looked on Instagram for a while. Mr. Watton is a Mini connoisseur. He's not a Mini connoisseur. He's into his Minis. And he does some very pleasant things to them. He makes them go fast with little add-ons and little treats for them. Oh, we can be quicker through there. What are you doing, H? Oh, hello. Bit aggressive on the gear change there. Don't forget to change your tyres for the race, apart from the really quick boys who are not allowed to change tyres at all for the whole race. Otherwise, how are the us normal plebs supposed to get anywhere near you? Woo! Oh, it didn't turn in. I had to back out of the throttle. Losing time again. Please turn. Oh, not that much. That time I just lost. Absolute blithering idiot.
25.16.
Sack the driver, he's useless. Oh, dear, I need a drink now after all that. Oh, my shoulder hurting. I've done that much time in the rig the last couple of days. Eddie! Hello, how are you? You thought it was a Bentley. The Bentley was looking better. Oh dear. Road America this weekend, can't wait. Yeah, it should be. I like Road America. I like watching it. I like driving it. It's very, very good. When the AMS2 update drops, not there yet. We'll probably do a bit of Road America actually. Bit of GT3 Road America. Right, well done, Crikes. Well done, Leroux. Sykander. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Chris. Kevin. How do you pronounce Ella? I hope. Elia? Somebody correct me on that pronunciation for 6th place, man. Masons. Simon's ahead of me. You're brave, Simon. I wouldn't be there.
You can't park there, Dave.
Oliver. Asuna. Raymer. Mark. Thanos. Oh no, let's hope Thanos doesn't click his fingers and it all goes horribly wrong. Right. Can you change your tyres at this point before we move to the next session? And does it carry all the way through? We're about to find out. So any second now we should click through to the next session. Crikes, not the biggest fan of the BMW. Yeah, I weren't the massive fan, but it just seemed to work for me at Fuji. From memory, it tended. I think I wore the front tyres out fairly quick, and the front brakes got a bit hot. But again, that could be driving style more than anything else. Here we go. Did it carry the changes? Oh, it did. Excellent. I think we need more fuel than that. I'm going to put plenty in. Nothing worse than running out. How embarrassing it would be to run out of fuel in your own lobby. Right, I'm just apologising now, everybody. We're starting very early in the morning. And I can't remember whether I accelerated the time or not now. I think I prefer the Merc over the BMW. Actually, if you try the Merc today, it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts, Crikes, because I think it has received a bit of an update today. Skeet's entire weekend of live streaming is what makes IMSA and GT World the best channels on YouTube for live racing. Yep. Skeets loves the BMW. There we go. Found a sweet spot for Skeets. Say that quickly 3 times after a couple of drinks. Thank you so much for all the likes, everybody. What a wide steering angle, said Eddie. You can change it.
Formation lab has started.
In fact, it's a little bit like ACC if you've not got it on auto, where you have to match. If you go into the setup in there somewhere, it tells you how many degrees the steering should have, and then you can match it in your driver software, or just put it on auto and it should do it itself. I had trouble with that. It weren't picking it up for some reason, so I have to do it manually. Although I haven't tried it since this update. Oh, hello. Out of line. You're out of line. Get out of my pub. Isn't fuel off? No, I don't think so. I don't remember clicking anything in the server setup for fuel. Hello. In fact, that's probably what's wrong with this Aston. I've probably got the steering angle wrong, haven't I? It's not matched up with my the driver in the game. Here we go. Oh, makes a change for me. Now, everybody behave yourselves. Nice and steady, guys. Nice and steady. Respect each other's personal space on the track. For the first lap. Cold tyres, everybody. Cold tyres. Oh, no. I like the tyre smoke effect. It's kind of white and blue all at the same time. That's quite realistic. Hold the brakes. Oh, hello. In the wrong gear now. Porsche's gone behind. In fact, I nearly went. I only hovered across the top of the brake, and the back end decided it wanted to come and play. Oh. At the moment, this is much more enjoyable than daily racing. There's nothing at stake, but we're taking it seriously. I wanted to keep it pinned, but it's understeering. Oh! Where's he going? Oh, he's got a drive-through. Somebody spun just there.
You can't park there, Dave.
Lap 2:34.82.
That was rubbish braking for there. We need to press harder later. The crowd's all lit up in the stadiums. Sunlight finally breaking through. Uh-oh, where is he? Hold your brakes, hold your brakes. Butchmino. Been with us since the start, and he's had some good racing, actually. Sorry to see him crash out. At least he's going to be able to get back on the track again and get going with no damage. Huh? When did I cut the track? Somebody let me know where I cut the track. I have no idea where I cut the track. So, in case you weren't aware, like I wasn't aware until today, there is a complaint procedure in LMU. If my understanding so far, I might not get this exactly right, but my understanding is you have to wait 2 hours after the race, a minimum of 2 hours after the race. Then you go back to your results, click on the race that you was in, and somewhere on the right, somewhere in there, is a complaints procedure, and then you highlight the driver and it will show the incident, or it has already retained the incident data in there. And from what I've heard, I don't know how true it is, but from what I've heard, LNU are starting to take it seriously and will ban people if there's malicious ramming. I think they need to promote that more openly and obviously, especially to those people who think they can ram. And if people get banned for a month or 2 months from online races, so be it, until that people start respecting and learning. Oh, we're closing in on 4th place. Crikes, he's screaming ahead at the moment. Mr. One's up there as well in 3rd. Well done, Simon. Come on, Matt. Get a wriggle on. And now that we've kind of got our head round the server settings and turning damage off and stuff like that, can we abide by the Sim Racers Arms one of many golden rules? No rage quitting. There's no excuse, no reason to, unless you run out of fuel. Have you managed to find where I cut the track? Because it wasn't very obvious to me. So the problem is if it's not obvious where you've done it, you can't remember not to do it the next time, if you know what I mean. Or you're in danger of doing it again. I'm starting to sweat as well, which is not a good thing. Arse fan is on. Yes, I have got an arse fan. And no, it's not somebody who appreciates my backside. Go and check out the channel. There's a video on there that shows you exactly what I'm talking about. You may have to find a brand new link to said device, because I think the original manufacturer, one of these Chinese companies on Amazon, no longer makes them.
Time 2:24.41.
Oh, these boys are quick down through Eau Rouge. Please stay on. Yeah, deserve that one. Cut the track at the point where you cut the track. Oh, Peter, you've had me on it. I saw the words cut and I thought you'd found where I'd done it. It was through here somewhere. I have literally no idea, because I'm pretty much following the same line, and then it popped up about here. I'll have to look back. Right, this will be the last race of this live stream. We will hopefully be having another live stream a little bit later. We're waiting for AMS2 to drop its update and new content. I need to test it when it does, and then I'll be back on with another live stream, hopefully for a couple of hours, and we'll have some racing in AMS2. That was really scruffy braking. Somebody keeps dipping a wheel. Keep battling, keep battling. Hopefully I can catch up with you and get involved. Although we're running out of time. Crikes has pulled out an even bigger lead. There we go, that was better speed through there. they're in sight. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Crikes, where... what? Have you had a moment, Crikes? You're out of position on the leaderboard. Did you have a spin at the final chicane? Sykander has got a massive freebie from Crikes, because Crikes was way out in the... oh my word, that was awful. 95% on the tyre. I couldn't work out where that amount of slide had come from, because I backed off at the bottom of Eau Rouge and then tried to power it through. It's that drop off in tyre grip at 95%, and you do notice it. I mean, it's good in a way that you feel such a difference, because I don't know whether it needs to be a little bit more gradual. Ever the criticism, who'd want to be a software developer in sim racing? Everybody's a critic. Too much of the slowdown. Come on, man. Oh, they caught up quick. Is that Crikes behind? No, it's not. It's somebody else. They caught up so quick through there, and I'm a quarter of a... well, nearly 3/10 up on my previous fastest lap, so they're absolutely flying. Now they're flashing at me. Is that Matt? Is that Matt? It's Matt. Here he comes. Awful. He's going to out-drag me down to the turn one. I'm going to keep it pinged. Oh, I've hit the wall. I was trying to leave that much space for Matt. I turned in way too aggressively. Crikes must have sneezed in the braking zone. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Or he had to put down his a glass of Chardonnay. It's only the best for Crikes, you know. And he's sautéed whatever it is he's eating. And take the blindfold off. Where's that McLaren come from now? Am I going backwards? Or I have. Where have I lost all that time? Oh, that's where I've lost a big... I have no explanation as to what happened there. I literally did nothing different. Get over to this side of the track before something comes around. I have literally no explanation for that one. With the tyre wear and what's just happened, I've just moved the brake bias forwards a little bit. I was quite happy there, minding my own business, getting hassled by Matt, getting ready for a battle with the McLaren. Well, it's evident to everybody that I didn't sneeze during that hiccup. Now I've got to worry about the next car behind. It's really caught up. Come on now. One more lap.
That time was
It definitely did.
8.0.
Not only did it do that, it did it on its own tyres. For good measure. Oh, we got yellow flags. What have we got yellow flags? A little bit lazy on gear change. Major lockup. Porsche's suffering with these tyres as well. We're going in, we're going in, we're going in. Don't do it again, car. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Made me so nervous through there. Woo! Oh, we're close enough for a slip. Only just about in the slipstream. Can we break the 1 second gap? Come on. Trying to do it all in the braking zone. We've destabilised the car. Oh, we're closer still. We took... Oh! We took 4 tenths out in the final chicane in the braking, I think. It's my only advice, really. LMU, there's so much time available in the braking zones. I like it. I like it a lot. Woo! Well done on 4th, Mr. Warden. Good fun, considering I've not raced in 6 months. Excellent. Well, that's not a nice bug. What was it, Crikes? Make a note of it. I went slightly wide in Eau Rouge and got a track limit calculation. Okay. Oh, you've worn me out again, gang. Thank you so much for all the likes. Have you got any more? If you've got any more likes, do it now. Because we're going to wind up the live stream. Let's just have a quick check, see if AMS2 has hit the... No, still no update. And anybody interested in very, very cool old racing cars, go and check out my Discord in the public bar section. Peter Smith has very kindly shared quite a few of his snaps from the 2025 Gold Cup meeting at Alton Park. Some nice garage shots he put on there this morning. So yeah, go and treat yourself, go and have a look. Some nice old cars there. And with that, you guys have been amazing. I really do appreciate you joining the racing fun. Oh, how are the levels on this live stream? Is the vocals just loud enough over the racing sound, or does something need to change? Is it too loud or too quiet? Let me know. I am dripping with sweat. Yeah, well done everybody. Great racing. What do we think of this new format? Hosted lobbies and damage turned off. What do we think? You gotta stop and go. Anything like that, Craigs, you need to log it and you need to get onto. Oh, I've got to take my shoes off. My feet are dripping with sweat. Yeah, if you log it and go onto the forum, so just search Le Mans Ultimate Forum and you'll find it. Join the forum and log the issues. There's a bug reporting tool in there. Niblet, good race, 19th to 9th. Excellent. Yeah, that was such a weird spin, weren't it, Peter? When it threw me off. Very, very odd indeed. Oh, I thought it was thundering out there. Why has he not saved the race? Or maybe it has, it just hasn't named it correctly. So yeah, I don't really like the BMW. The rear is a bit weird. Yeah, I did slowly get on with the Aston, but I still think I prefer the McLaren or the Ferrari at the moment in the GT3s. Oh dear, I need to sleep tonight. Please let me sleep tonight. So yeah, keep an eye on the update for AMS2, and as long as it lands at a sensible hour, I will do another live stream. I've already got a thumbnail ready. And keep an eye on the community tab on YouTube, and also keep an eye on Discord, and I'll announce once things are up and running. Where was it where I went off? Somebody was gaining on me, so it's a little bit later than that. So it's when Matt was gaining on me. It's probably on the next lap, isn't it? Yeah, because I defended quite hard into this one. Then Matt's got past, and then the McLaren was gaining on me. So this is where I went defensive. Let's get them brake discs glowing. Oh, not quite. I did make it not that easy for Matt. Matt's is such a clean, smooth driver, like Hampus and Craigs. Then I defended heavily into turn one. Got mega understeer. We made a tiny bit of contact, and I hit the wall. So, no, we didn't make contact, did we? I hit the wall, that was it. And then we go through Eau Rouge and down the Camel Straight. I could fast forward it, bro. The replay looks nice. The photo capture or screen capture from a replay can be a little bit finicky. You have to have a lot of keys set up to do it right. I kind of got my Stream Deck set up a little bit. Right, we did all right through this section, although the front tyres were struggling there. Then I messed up the turn. I weren't wide enough on it before the turning point, and then it just fell off the track here. Am I still on the brakes or something? So I'm on the brake. Look, the back's already gone and snapped. Yeah, it was no different from the lap before. What a weird snap. Is there a follow cam? I can't remember. No. Oh, there we go. Found it. Let's just watch my braking. Maybe I stayed on the brakes just a fraction too long after the turning. I'm on the brakes. Just really odd. Can't explain that one. Can't see the pedal. Let's have a look. Scott, car status. Let's go back again. I like the sound. Blah, 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 blah. let's just analyse my awful driving technique. I'm pretty, from memory, I'm pretty certain I didn't do anything different this lap. But obviously the tyres have gone off a little bit. So on the brakes, turn in. Bro, hang on a minute, let's go back again. Let me just watch the pedal input. Feather, 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 waiting for the grip to come back. Kind of doing the job of the traction control there, so you probably want to adjust the traction control. Right, let's see what I do on the brakes. So, just I was coming off the brakes. I was literally fading off the brakes when the back went. Oh, under the camera you can't. Oh no. Let's just move. Shall we do that again? I keep forgetting about that. Oh, let's go back a little bit more. Back a bit more. Right, try this again with me out of the way. Silburns. I lost my car there as well in quali. Okay. You watch the bottom right, my brake input. I go kind of a bit firm on the brakes and then I'm fading out of the brakes as I'm turning in. And that's pretty much what I did every single lap. So on the brakes now, fading out, back end goes, yeah, very strange. You loaded practice. No, it's a UI, but you hadn't renamed it properly. There was no practice. Yeah, I know. That was the trickiest corner before the tyre model update. Apparently, according to the Aston Martin, it still is. Has anybody got a highlight they want to have a look at? Tell me what lap and what car. I'll have a look at it. And then it took me probably a good half a lap to settle back in again after that. And then I started reeling in the Porsche ahead. I'm glad I had damage turned off. This is another problem as well. This is showing the finishing across the line places. It's not showing this current position, so it should. That really, ideally, should swap around while you're watching the replay. Car started sliding a tiny bit under braking. Took a bit too long to correct, and then overcorrected. Yeah, the snap was violent. And the car had only just kind of leant a little bit on the tyre wall, and then blah 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 blah. Still says practice with 6 hours to go. I know. I need to do a. The trouble is I've put so much stuff on LMU forum, AMS2 forum. I think somebody else should have a go. I will grab a screenshot. Let me just grab this. There we go. And my downloads folder is absolutely rammed full of just nonsense screen grabs of stuff that I need to highlight. I wish I was getting paid. Silburns, what car was you driving? Was you in the Aston as well, or in something different? You see how the focal point there in that part of the replay was narrow, so the cars behind were blurred. As soon as it only works for some reason in trackside view. Yeah, I've got it in the post-processing in this view and this view. I've got it turned on as well, so it should be on everything. And you're supposed to get motion blur, and nothing seems to work in the capture software either. What lap did yours happen on, Crikes? Was it early on? I can't remember. Oh, you're in the front there. That's a nice shot. I might revisit and take a photo of that. That looked quite nice. So was it before the drive-through, Craigs? Or stop and go? You was in the Lambo. You quit before the race start. Oh, okay. Crikes, man, I hope AMS2 update doesn't come out when I have to go to bed. There is a danger. Well, this is nice. I don't normally have time to have a little chat at the end of a live stream, do I? It was through Eau Rouge. What, on this lap? Sorry, the next lap. Top of Radion. Oh, so it's the one before that. So somewhere after this, was it? Oh dear. Timmy Turbo, anyone still racing? I'm not racing now, Timmy Turbo, because I need to go and have a quick something to eat and another drink, and hopefully by the time I've done all of that, the AMS2 update will have come out. Somewhere there. Hang on, let's go back then. Ah, there, yeah, you just wobbled down a little bit wide, didn't you? That's unfortunate. Let's go back again. Don't know whether we'll see it from this camera angle. Oh, back end. Well howled. It turned into what? That turned into an illegal overtake. Who did you overtake? There's not even anybody at the side of the track. That's a hard one to explain. That is. I mean, don't get me wrong. The data should. There is a data file that you can upload, and I can't remember what it's called now. You'll have to search the forum, but there is a data file that you can upload that isn't this replay, but it's the data from the race. That's my understanding of it. I might be slightly wrong on it. That is very strange, isn't it? Well, that's the time. It's 6:15. Right, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for all the likes. Really, really, really do appreciate that. We are... Oh... We're going to end this stream. This is what I was hoping for last week, but obviously lack of understanding on my side, and a few little settings in the server. But that's what it's all about: learning together. Let's hope we can build a nice little community around LMU and have these somewhat relaxed but fast, enjoyable, close racing without the concern of losing ranking and without the concern of ending your race in one incident. But let's just be nice to each other in the chat, and if we do have somebody who's had a bit of a lean or a bit of a nudge, let's just be nice about it if we can. Try and calm the emotion down and then kind of educate them to how the community works at the Sim Racers Arms. Let's have a look at Simon, how he's doing. What was Simon in? In the Lexus. Whoa! Sorry, Simon, I didn't mean to join at that particular point. Totally not Crikes. And there is your extra like. Yeah, hopefully see you in a bit. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for all the racing. Thank you so much for all the likes. And hopefully, keep your eyes peeled on all of my bits and pieces where I announce live streams, and also keep an eye open on Steam for the AMS2 update, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see each other later. Take care of yourselves so you can take care of those around you, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see each other again very soon today, hopefully. You guys have been awesome. Thank you very much. See you in a bit.